of perfumes are sitting in your collection begging, please wear me, please exercise this atomizer, please touch me. Guys, imagine that at work somebody gets to pick someone else all the time and they never pick you. There are people who forget to close the toothpaste. You know those people who press their toothpaste from the middle? You know those sort of people who forget to flush the toilet, who leave cabinets in the kitchen open? Those are the exact same people who will forget to put their perfume covers on the bottle. Guys, if you do not love a fragrance anymore, let it go, okay? My people, welcome back to my channel. And if it's your first time seeing my face, then salutations. My name is Priscilla, aka Prissy, aka Sissy, aka Ila, aka Silla, aka Miss Prissy baby. And I make videos to help you smell good, look good, and feel good. So if that's something you're interested in, then please consider subscribing, like this video, and let's get right into the video of today. Okay guys, so in today's video, I will be talking about if fragrances could talk, what would they say? I don't know how I came up with this weird idea. A bit of background to this video. When I was much younger, my mom told me a story about how trees could talk, and I did believe her for a very long time that trees could talk. And it was always sort of in my imagination that if trees could talk, then what would they say? And then recently I was looking at my fragrances and I thought, if these fragrances could talk, what would they say? Now let's just say that I am the fragrance whisperer. What I have done is I invited my fragrances to the red table. And guys, you know what happens at the red table?
I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yeah.
Everyone bears their feelings. No entanglements, by the way. Just people having straight talk and letting the other person know exactly what they think.
I really felt like we could be over. You know?
No.
So fragrances have spoken, and of course I'm here to deliver the message. Remember, disclaimer, do not shoot the messenger. So if you want to know what fragrances have to say, without further ado, let's get right into the video.
What happened, Jada?
Okay guys, I know a bit of a dramatic intro. Let's get serious. Now, if fragrances could talk, I think one of the first things that our fragrances would say to us is about storage. How do you store your fragrances? I've done a bit of research and I think fragrances need to be stored in a cool, dark, dry place. And that's because fragrances do not like three things. They do not like heat, they do not like light, and they do not like humidity. Please store your fragrances in a cool, dry, and dark place so that they do not expire quicker than they should. They do not change color, and yeah, basically so that they last longer or they have a longer shelf life when they come to you. These fragrances have been having a good time in the stores, and when they come under your ownership, we still want to be able to maintain them and, you know, keep them in such a way that they last long enough for us. Okay? So storage, that's the first thing. The next thing that fragrances have said I should tell you is to please rotate your fragrances. And that's not about like how you arrange them, it's more about using them. Rotate your fragrances. You don't have to use one fragrance all the time. I mean, it is good to have a signature scent. Nothing against having a signature scent, but you do find that the more you have a bigger collection, as your collection grows, because human beings were creatures of habits. A lot of us, I am a creature of habit. I find that sometimes I still reach for the same fragrances every time I go to my fragrance collection, and then you leave the other fragrances jealous. What happens to the others? Just imagine that at work somebody gets to pick someone else all the time and they never pick you. Yeah, that's exactly how those other abandoned fragrances in your collection feel. Please rotate your fragrances. Reach out for those ones that you haven't touched in a while, you haven't used in a while. Rotate your fragrances. I move on. Now, the next thing that fragrances have said I should let you know is more regarding traveling and how you pack your fragrances, you know, for travel. I have had a few accidents where I have traveled with fragrances and come back and the cap is missing or it's broken. Turkish airline calling you out. But yeah, how you travel with your fragrances Either you bubble wrap them or you decant them into smaller bottles, or you could even buy travel size of your fragrances. I think a lot of fragrance brands are now offering, you know, travel size of fragrances. Decant them, put them in smaller bottles. But if you must travel with the full bottle, because I know when some people travel, there are people who leave everything in a box, and there are people who put everything in the closet and arrange everything in their hotel rooms. So if you still want to do that and you therefore then have to travel with the bottle, please ensure that you're bubble wrapping it, ensure that you're packing it properly. I know that you're not allowed to travel with 100 ml bottles, or I don't know if it's 100 ml, but I know you're not allowed to travel with that, with a certain amount of perfume in your hand luggage. So just ensure that you're wrapping these fragrances properly. But if you can, just decant it into a small bottle or buy the travel size. Okay, so this next point is kind of linked to how you store your fragrances. Please ensure that you always have the cap of your fragrance on the fragrance. There's a reason why it was designed with a cover. Guys, please remember to always cover your fragrance. I know some people will hear me say this and be like, isn't that a given? Why are you saying that? But there are people who forget to close the toothpaste. You know those people who press their toothpaste from the middle? There are people who forget to do things, people who leave the door open. You know, those sort of people who forget to flush the toilet, who leave cabinets in the kitchen open. Yeah, those are the exact same people who will forget to put their perfume covers on the bottle. I didn't call any names, I didn't say anything, and I'm not going to say any more than that. Just remember to cover your bottles, and the reason for that is to avoid oxidation, evaporation, basically so that the fragrances do not lose their potency before time. You know, I guess I've made my point. Moving on. Finally, the last message from fragrances to you today is that if you do not love them anymore, then let them go. Some of us are hoarders. We don't let things go even when we don't love them anymore. Guys, there's a difference between having a large perfume collection and having a collection of perfumes you do not love. You can have a large perfume collection of perfumes that you absolutely love and wear. A lot of perfumes are sitting in your collection begging,
please wear me, please exercise this atomizer, please spray me, please touch me.
Guys, do not starve your fragrances. If you do not love them anymore, let them go. Declutter them. Create space for something else. You know, there's a famous saying and a famous quote that I came across recently which said, well, Priscilla created this one, and it says, if you let a fragrance go, you will lose a fragrance, but you will find out your fragrance style. You will find what you love. So you will lose a fragrance, but you'll find out what you love. Guys, if you do not love a fragrance anymore, let it go. Sometimes you have to let go to allow better things to come into your life, okay? Anyways, guys, I hope you've learned a thing or two. Those are some of the messages that fragrances said I should pass on to you guys, having had our little red table talk.
It's healing that needs to happen.
If there are any other things that you think fragrances would say if they could talk, then let me know. I am interested to know. If fragrances could speak in your imaginary mind, or in your imagination rather, what do you think they would say to you? I look forward to hearing from you. Go ahead and comment it down in the comment section. Also, go ahead and do all of that good stuff, guys. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Guys, please like, please share, please subscribe. And until I see you again in my next video, stay beautiful, stay blessed, hi, and bye. Now the next tip is, there are some people that, oh my god, there's so many cars. Shit, I picked the wrong time to film. Okay, so about to start our video. Holy Spirit Divine, please take control as I'm about to shoot this video. Give me the grace to